Oh boy, it's payday! Let's get some secret rare grass energy for my deck and add to cart. Awesome, cool. All right, let's check out. All right, and I'll just go ahead and log into my. Wait a minute, what?
Bruh.
Yo, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Steuben here, and today we are going to look at some of the financial aspects of the Pokemon TCG at this current moment in time. As of recording, it is Thursday, June 2nd, and as always, prices are subject to change. The market of the Pokemon trading card game is a living, breathing organism, just like the economy and then the globe. As always, we'll start off with the Charizard cards. As you can see, there are a lot of listings way below market value on most of these items. Specifically, the regular VMAX out of Darkness Ablaze. There are a handful of light play options below the market value. So keep that in mind, that if you were considering Charizard Arceus, might be the time for you. Also, we just had the Charizard leaked from Pokemon Go that doubles the amount of fire energy attached technically with its ability. So this could become even easier to sustain in some sort of like Charizard Firebox sort of deck. Other than that, the alternate art from Brilliant Stars and the Rainbow are definitely coming down a little bit in value. Specifically here, the Secret Rare Rainbow Rare V-Star, near mint listing 114 with $1 shipping. A handful of light play options, again, well below the market value here, so keep that in mind. On to the next thing, short and sweet, let's look at the Arceus cards. The regular 2Vs have sort of stabilized around the $6 to $7 price point. So they did balance out compared to the last time where the promo from the figure box was worth less than the regular V from the set. So now it's about where I thought it was going to fall to be. Makes a lot of sense. We've seen the V-Star come down a little bit and go back up and stabilize at the $25 price point for the regular version. The Rainbow's just a few bucks more, and then the Gold is up there as well. Again, the alternate art V is pretty high, but at the same time, like, you could just save money and just get the promo figure version, so it is whatever on that one. Now, last time we took a look at Mew and Mew VMAX, it's about the same since before. Not too much crazy changes, but we have Astral Radiance here. And this is where we're going to spend the bulk of this episode of Market Watch, just because there's some weird stuff going on. If you would have told me that the Machamp V would have been the most expensive card in this set 2 weeks ago, even a week ago, I would have laughed at you and said, nah, it'll be Palkia and Dialga for sure. Well, if you watch the podcast, The Gust of Wind, we talked about this a little bit on the episode with LDF that came out this past week. Take a look at that. Link will be in the iCard or down below in the description. This thing has been on a wild roller coaster, and it's actually pretty insane here. Right now, cheapest listing is $121.75, and if you look at the trending value, it was below $60 for that first week of pre-sales and the first almost full week of the set being out, and then this past weekend, boom, 68, 125, just straight jumpage here in value. And market value, latest sales, it's all trending upwards. I'm curious as to where this is going to go. All these sellers only have a single copy, and it looks like the highest listing is $200. So if you want to get Machamp, I have a feeling it's going to go up, so keep an eye out for that. Let's get that out of here. So let me close a few of these tabs super quick here. We don't need this. All right, so Astral Radiance. Again, the Dialga and Palkia, I thought they were going to be the most expensive cards in the set. They're up there, but they're not. Gold Palkia V-Star, $45 for the lowest available listing. Okay. And then right below it, surprisingly, is the Beedrill V. People are hopping on this. Again, this had a low pre-sale. People were being able to pre-sell them for under $25 that first week. And then here's release day. They went as low as 22, and then all of a sudden, over the course of this weekend, market price is now 36.11. The lowest listing is $42. Not as many of these either, so keep in mind that if you wanted Beedrill, it is what it is. Now, the thing is with this Beedrill and this Machamp is that they're Gen 1 cards. And as players, sure, we might like Gen 1, you might like Gen 1, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, they might like Gen 1. Sure, whatever. But the larger group of collectors out there, they prefer Gen 1. The people who are the ones buying the base set packs for way more than they're worth, and weighing them and ripping the foils out, and buying product and leaving it sealed, not playing. Those are the people who are driving the prices up of this Beedrill and this Machamp. I say we give it 2 weeks, and Beedrill will probably be above the alternate Palkia and Dialga. That's just a prediction. I'm putting it out there. Let me know what you think. Another thing to note too is allegedly there's not a second print run of Astral Radiance. And that's actually a pretty scary thought. Mostly because we already have seen that they've shifted heavily into printing Pokemon Go. We've seen the error box that Leonhardt got that had the full art Candela. We've seen people pull the Mewtwo already out of packs. Radiant Charizard, Radiant Blastoise have shown up inside of Astral Radiance pack. All of this has shown up inside of Astral Radiance stuff. So it makes me really curious as to what's going on. So apparently at the end of the print run for Astral Radiance, as product was getting ready to be finished up and shipped up and sealed out and shipped, they started printing Pokemon Go, and a couple of those cards have leaked into Astral Radiance. So I wouldn't be surprised if more Pokemon Go cards leak through Astral Radiance in the coming weeks as people open up more product. It becomes a little bit more available. I know my LGS, we can't order any more Astral Radiance. There's no anything about a confirmed second run. So if you look at the price of a booster box here in TCGplayer, $104.96 is the cheapest listing with a market of $106.22. I expect these booster boxes to be $120, $130, $144, which is MSRP $144 by the end of this month, if there's not another wave announced as we get closer and closer to Pokemon Go. Continuing on, Irida, $32, lowest listing for a full art. Not shocking. Palkia is seeming to be the new bully, the new BDIF. So, it makes sense. People want to bling it out. And then we've got the Sneasler alternate art here at 36. Should just be trending a little bit higher, but the market price hasn't quite caught up yet. And then this is where it gets weird. We got Palkia V-Star. A regular V-Star. The lowest listing... Someone is, oh, that's Japanese, so ignore that. Always double check your listings and look. Lowest listing says $21.99, but it is a Japanese copy. So you definitely don't want that. But lowest listing here is $30 with $5 shipping, making it a $35 card. And the market price is just $35 basically if you round it. If you look at the pre-sales, you'll see pre-sold 36, started to come down. Release day went as low as 30, and then we're going right back up over that hump again. This thing performed well at the Full Grip tournament. It's performing well online. It's hyped up all over the place to be the big cheese of the format. So we'll see what happens there. The Rainbow Rare, a little bit behind, less desirable for people who are trying to play. Definitely not really something that collectors actually go for all the time is the Rainbows. Gold Samurott, low is 25.68, but a market of 31. And shockingly, Darkrai, as much hate as it gets, $26.99 is the marketplace price here. Lowest listing right now, $23.01 with a $5 shipping. And then, yeah, we've got the $27.25 with 75-cent shipping. So again, $28 for the marketplace price of 30 basically for Darkrai V-Star. Not performing well. People are saying it's not as good, putting it lower on their tier lists. Who knows? I just put a deck profile for this out recently. I won a booster box with it the past weekend. Up at In the Zone Gaming, where we stream those tournaments from and push out the tournament VODs. And the deck's a fun time. I don't think it's the best by any means, but it's kind of shocking to see that it's sitting at 30 bucks and not a lot of these sellers. Yeah, I don't see a seller with multiple copies here. So keep that in mind. Maybe people are giving you misinformation on Darkrai, saying it's not as good, to potentially bring the price down, so on and so forth. We see this happen all the time with a lot of other cards. Market and meta manipulation is a thing in content creation. So just be safe. If you want to play Darkrai, buy the cards. Play what you want to play. Always play what you want to play. Never listen to someone else. If you want to win, then maybe listen, but just take it to heart. Continuing on, Gold Dialga, 26 bucks. Gold Double Turbo, 25. I feel like this is only going to go up in time as the population of these cards dwindles in the open market. I think Double Turbo will go up as long as cards can continue to use Double Turbo in the metagame. I definitely see it going up. Lilligant alternate art, surprisingly pretty low. It's a really pretty card. There's a lot going on. Roughly $22. If someone finds a way to crack Lilligant and makes a very successful list, it does well at Milwaukee or NAIC, I could see this alternate art going up in price. Again, definitely depending on the metagame here. And then we got Roxanne. Most people are just going to probably copy like one or two of these, and it's looking at about to be a $22 card. Rainbow Irida, 20 bucks, whatever. Coming along, we've got Gold Path, Gold Belt, and Gold Temple, all floating around the $20 range here. So Path, definitely you've seen anyone play 2 to 4 of them in most decks. Choice Belt, 1 to 2 copies in every deck. Temple, we'll probably start seeing 1 or 2 copies in some decks. Some decks might even play 4, who knows. These all could go up easily. Path and Belt are going to remain very relevant for the remainder of their lifespan in Standard, and even so into Expanded with Path just turning off everything. It's a better power plan. It's a better silent lab. Keep that in mind, that it'll just turn off everything. So eventually these could be worth their weight in gold, unintended. Full art Gardenia's Vigor is only $18.94 with a market just about that $18.84. Pretty close. Again, it doesn't attach to the active. Most people didn't read the card when it first was released. It definitely had a lot more hype than a lot of other cards in the set, and we haven't seen any grass performance, whether it's a limitless tournament or anything crazy yet. Maybe there's some crazy deck building going on for regionals and NAIC. We'll see. We'll find out. If so, if it does well, this could go up. As long as there's viable grass Pokemon or something that you can use the grass energy with, but it's got to be in the bench. Could go up, could go down. More rainbows. These will continue to tank. These have come down. I know Dialga's was in the 20s. Now it's below 20. Same with the starters here. Interesting to note, though, is the regular Palkia V. This thing is sitting pretty at about $18 to $20 on average. Again, not a lot of listings. No one on the first page has more than 1 copy of this card. So the marketplace price is $17.68, and the cheapest listing is $17.98, so above market. Again, this is a Japanese copy, so you always have to double check these and just ignore them. But as you can see, came down to about $13, and then now we're back up to $16 on that. So we'll see what happens here in the next couple of days as we get closer to the events. I think it's going to go up. First seller that has multiple copies, this person has 2, they want $20 a piece. This seller has 6, they want $24.01 a piece, 25 after their shipping. So keep that in mind. You're looking to get this deck, you need a 4-3 line. You're easily spending close to $200 at the current moment for a 4-3 line of Palkia V. That's a little bit crazy. I know the beginning of Brilliant Stars format, we did have Arceus chilling like that, so could be a repeat offender. It could be the new big cheese of the format. Moving along a little bit more, regular version of Dialga V-Star. I wanted to hit on this. We played this last night on stream over on Twitch, and we had a few games where it popped off, and we Star Chronosed and took 3 prizes, and then the next turn Metal Blasted for 2 more, and then they just conceded from there. So this deck is insane when it pops off. And again, it started up pretty high with pre-sales. It went down as low as $10 on the market price pricing here. And then yeah, we're going up almost to 13 now. Cheapest listing available is $13.53. And again, no sellers on the front page have more than 1 copy of this. Keep that in mind that this could be another sleeper deck that people want to play. And if, you know, you are hesitant whatsoever with purchasing these cards, who knows what's going to happen, especially with most of them starting to dip and then go back up, as maybe more people are becoming aware that there's not a second run of this set. These big tournaments coming up, we're definitely in a weird territory here for purchasing Pokemon singles. So definitely think about what you want, be vigilant about it, and hop on it as fast as you can. Gold Trekking Shoes, we see this be played in Darkrai and Mew so far, and some Reggie decks. Chilling at $17 for the lowest listing, above the market price, so keep that out there in mind too. Jubilife definitely not performing very well in a lot of places. I think we'll see Jubilife continue to go down in value as well. I want to touch on Samurott just a little bit too. In testing, Samurott starts off really strong. Early aggressive one-hit KOs are definitely possible thanks to its ability and other things like quick shooting and Zigzagoon. But mid to late game, you just start to fall off once they start setting up. And if you can't continually like take out other Pokemon, it doesn't feel too good. So it's definitely got to find a partner somewhere in a deck list. But lowest listing here, $15.50 for a light play. And the market price is $17. But we do not see this one starting to curve back up like the others. So keep that in mind. All right, continuing on, next page. Lilligant, 9 at 25. Again, not really performing too well, but we do see it dip and then start to move up, not by much, but just a little bit here. Lowest listing available, $9.25 plus $1 shipping. So about a $10 V-Star here. So if someone cracks a list for this, we could see it go up. I like how it's partnered up right here. They've also purchased V and Gardenia, so it makes sense. People want to build it. People want to try out new cards and play them. If it performs well online, we might see it perform well at Wisconsin. Who knows? We've got some full arts down here. Really don't ever need to cover any of these except for Jirachi. Jirachi is not available other means other than this full art. It's not really relevant, I think, to the metagame, but it's a really pretty card. So just keep an eye out for that. I think it does get a promo box eventually. Machamp VMAX sitting at about $7. Again, underperforming. And not a lot of hyper love for it. Deck just seems clunky and inefficient. So I could see this coming lower and lower as we go on. Darkrai V. Regular V. This thing was $3 on release day. And we've seen it now go back up to almost $7 a copy. They pre-sold for about $20, and they're working their way back up towards the $7 to $8 mark. Again, with the V-Star being almost $30, you need 3 of those. If you get 4 of these, you're spending almost $150, give or take, on a Darkrai deck, not counting our other cards. We're in a weird spot, because normally like all these V's and V-Stars like this, they don't perform that well in value. Typhlosion, $5. I think it'll continue to go down. Not really getting a lot of love. Weak to dark, a lot of dark hate because Mew is still super solid. Full art Silene. This is definitely an interesting one. I think it's one of the sleeper full art supporters, chilling at about the $5 to $6 range. Most decks are only going to play 1 copy of this anyways, unless you figure out some sort of control list where you'd probably play a couple of them. So definitely get a copy of this while it's about $4 to $5 to $6. Have one stashed away if you're into the full art supporters. You can see this get played in Mew and other decks eventually as people continue to figure out what is good in this metagame. But definitely worth, I think, picking up. I would definitely at least snag one while they're low. Regular Samurott V is $4.20. Blaze it. Yeah, lowest listing's $4.20. Pushing close to a $5 copy here for Samurott, just because people want to play the V-Star. Again, you got to buy probably a 4-3 line. That's $20 for, you know, on average for 4 of these, plus 3 V-Stars at $16 a piece. Again, you're getting there. It's a little bit more budget friendly compared to Darkrai or even Lilligant, I guess, with a V-Star being no, it's not as much as Lilligant. This is a little bit more than Lilligant. But yeah, Darkrai and Palkia and Dialga definitely overshine this one. Full art Grant, meh. Full art Starmie. No one's gonna want this when you have the character rare. We'll get to those trainer gallery cards shortly here. Regular Dialga V pushing $3.75. Interesting. Again, V-Stars almost $12. More throwaway full arts. No one's really been talking about these. Zizu, I don't think it's gonna get any love. Kamado, definitely not gonna get any love. Radiant Greninja. People were pre-selling these things for like $18 to $20, as you can see, and then yeah, they're just so easy to pull. It's about $4 a piece. Definitely get yourself a couple copies for multiple decks that you're gonna build. We've got this in Darkrai. We've got this in Palkia. I've got this in a Lightning deck. There's a grass deck my partner has built that she's got this in. So definitely get a couple of them while they're low. If it, you know, the printing quality and availability, you know, again, decreases as we're expecting. We can see that going up. And everything else in here, pretty low. Iridon or regular hollows, about $2. I'm sure the non-hollow is a little bit crazy. Regigigas, however, to note too, has gotten a lot of love recently. And there's one listing for about $2 something after the shipping's factored in. Next one is $3.46 plus 78-cent shipping. So this went from less than $1 to pushing almost $3. People are buying at this price. Yeah, as you can see right here, someone paid $3 for them. This person bought 4 at $1.49 a piece. If you don't have Regigigas and you want to play it, it's starting to get up there just for a holo rare. As we've seen it have success, and it's easy to access. So keep that in mind. All right, regular Starmie, good card, less than $1. Halucha, less than $1. I think other than that, it's pretty straightforward. We could see Miltank and Deontay also go up in value here over time, depending on how relevant they end up being. And all these other Vs, less than $1 on average, just kind of whatever. So let's move on to the trainer gallery here, with the star of the show literally being Starmie. And it's kind of insane. Again, this started at pre-sales. It went as low as like low 30s, and then now it's pushing $50. Market value $49.76. Handful of listings around $42 to $43 right now. Not a lot of people have multiple copies. Again, one seller on the front page has 2 at $45 a piece. People are definitely gravitating to the Gen 1, the Starmie, the Machamp, the Beedrill. They're getting a lot of popularity here. And, you know, the Starmie is actually playable too, so this is highest rarity, max rarity. For anybody who likes to bling out their decks, this is going to get some play in Palkia or other water decks like Ice Rider. Who knows what we get in the future as well. So as long as Melanie exists or Palkia exists, I think we're going to definitely see some love for Starmie, and this can continue to rise again as quantities decrease, as product continues to get opened up. Also to note here, the Garchomp's about $35. Cynthia's super popular as a character, so we could see this go up. Garchomp's really popular as a Pokemon. We've got the birds, really pretty alternate arts. Definitely seeing these two perform a little bit higher. They're a little bit more playable than Articuno. And then we've got the Zacian over here for $10. And Zamazenta a little bit lower. And then the supporters here, we've got Melanie, Piers, Alistair, and Milo. Melanie definitely more playable than others, chilling at about $9. I'm surprised B is as high as she is in that same range with a little bit of a higher market value. Maybe there's something we don't know. Maybe this is the way to play Machamp with B. Who knows? We'll figure that out. Maybe someone's cracked it and just doesn't want to give it up. And, you know, the Trainer Gallery other ones, like the yellow border ones, they're pretty. They're not worth too much. All right. On to some, I guess, buy these, you know. Grass Energy. Secret Rare out of Fusion Strike. First of all, people don't like opening Fusion Strike. It sits on shelves. Boxes are as low as $90 on average for Fusion Strike, and the pull rates just seem to be very, very bad. So if we look at the trending value, this thing has gone up and down, but it can't quite seem to break over the $13 mark. First page of listings here, all about $11 to $12 after you factor in the shipping at the worst case scenario. Actually, 11 is going to be the highest here. So about $11 a copy, and there's 8 pages. So there's a lot of them available. 72 listings total, with an average of you know, about $11 on this first page. If Gardenia, Grass, Lilligant, Delmise, whatever, Zarude gets love and support and gets played, then we can definitely see this Grass Energy rise up. Some of these other ones say as low as whatever. Like if we look at the Fire Energy, I think it's a little bit more. Well, that's about the same actually. Couple damaged copies, but yeah, first page seems to be about $11. Fighting Energy is going up a little bit. Dark Energy, Psychic Energy, Water Energy, definitely insane. The water and Dark Energies from these this block of secret rares is actually pretty insane. But to note with the Grass, there is 2 sellers selling this thing for $10,000. You've got Oasis Games with a copy of it for $9,999 for a secret rare Grass Energy. Why? I don't know. Why do they do this? I have no idea. And it's also them with the second listing. 1 light play, 1 near mint, both at 10 grand. If you buy a $10,000 Grass Energy, you're insane. I think they're definitely crazy people for listing at this price, but is that necessary? Is it really? Oasis Games, I'm calling you out on this one. I've never heard of you until now. Why, man? Why? And last but not least, look at some secret rare Ultra Balls out of Brilliant Stars. About $22, $23, give or take. We're definitely going to see this start to move up just a little bit in the future here as Brilliant Stars slowly vanishes from stores as well. That third print wave went out and it wasn't really big or impactful, and we're gonna have Ultra Ball in format for a few years. It's gonna be a 4 of most likely once Quick Ball and Evolution Incense rotate out of the game. So I definitely see this trending upwards for sure. We do know the Sun and Moon secret rare Ultra Ball is up there as well, so keep that in mind. It says as low as $19, but that's probably a damaged copy. Yeah, near mint, $33, $35, $37 on average. So it has come down since the Brilliant Stars copy does exist, but again, market price is $35. So we can definitely see the other Ultra Ball maybe hit that point. But that's it. Also, don't forget, you can buy your code cards on TCGplayer, and they're so cheap. They're so cheap. Astral Radiance code cards, 25 cents a piece. They got 10 of them. Some sellers have a lot more. 40 cents. This is way cheaper than any of the other websites out there. Don't forget, if you ever decide to buy anything from TCGplayer, use the affiliate link down below in the description to help us support this channel out. If you thought this was informative, fun, entertaining, whatever, leave a like, comment down below what cards that you think are going to trend up or down in value in the future here. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell for more Pokemon TCG content. Keep an eye out for more tabletop deck profiles, commentary over matches, and don't forget to also follow me over on twitch.tv/Stubin. I live stream a couple of days of the week, sometimes some PTCGO, sometimes some tournaments, sometimes some tabletop. It's a lot of fun. During PTCGO streams, we give out code cards. So come win some code cards, hang out, vibe out, play battles with me. That'll do it. See you in the next Market Watch whenever we get around to it. Peace. Peace out.